Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to take our first look at Glory Days football tabletop game, Card and Dice, which will soon be available at sidelinestrategies.com, brought to you by our good and great friend, Anthony Crooks, a.k.a. Bleacher Bums Gaming. If you want to know more about this game, check out Bleacher Bums Gaming. That is Anthony Crook's YouTube channel. There's, I want to say 4 or 5 videos on the game there. I'm not an expert at the game. I've played a few practice games. We're going to show it off. I'm going to use the tabletop. We're not going to use any type of Excel setup. There is an Excel worksheet that will track stats for you. You have to punch it in and it figures out certain things. I've not fooled around with that yet. The timing mechanism is on drives. Both of these teams, actually I did that wrong. 9 drives and 10, that's 19, so that would have been 18. Well, we're going to give them 5 drives apiece each half. I've already made it. I'm not going to change it. So that would have been 9 and 5 and 4. We're going to go 5 and 5. They're going to get 5 drives each half. So what you would do is you would see here very quickly the Jets average 10 drives a game. And Oakland, 9 drives. You would add them together, divide by 2, and take the number. So that'd be 19. You can't divide by 2 for 19, so it'd be 18, 9 drives a game. We're going to call it 10 drives a game because I already set it up that way because I was playing 2 different teams, and that's what it was. Okay. The way I set up my drives, just because it makes it easier for me, I just give 5 drives in the first half, 5 drives in the second half. Again, it should really be 9, so it would be 5 and 4, however you want to do it. By the rules, it's explained, but we're going to give them 10 drives, 5 each half. We're going to play hybrid mode. So after the kickoff, we'll roll to see how far the drive goes, then take up, if they get over the 50, play-by-play drive. Again, I'm not an expert at the game. I played 4 games, practice games, made many a mistake, and caught myself. So here we go. 1976 Oakland Raiders, 13-1. They won Super Bowl 11 over the Vikings. The only defeat, the Patriots crushed them in Foxborough. And then, of course, we got hosed in the 1976 playoff game in Oakland. The New York Jets, 11-3. First AFL team to win a Super Bowl. It was Super Bowl 3. They upset the Baltimore Colts. Joining us here, Arnold Hunter, Sports Time Machine, and I don't know how to pronounce the first gentleman's name. TSU, we'll say Tsunken, 007, or T Sunken. So first thing we do is we're going to roll for the kickoff. When you roll for kickoff, we look at the kickoff ratings. Ron McGrath, how you doing, my friend? So Oakland will get the ball first. The Jets will kick off. And you go under special teams column. We're going to be going slow. It's going to be a long stream. And you see KO, that stands for kickoff. The Jets are a C kickoff. Oakland, you look under the special teams, KR, kick return. The 76 Raiders are a B kick return. And I'm still trying to figure out my setup here. I was going to do an Excel spreadsheet setup, but I really want to roll the dice. And again, just bear with me. We're all learning together. Sportsman Z, how you doing? Check out that wonderful channel. Our good friend Bob Zolke. So we're going to roll. The black die is the kickoff die. The yellow, the other color die, I'm using yellow. When you get the game, it'll be white, most likely. These are 10-sided dies. You have 2 6-sided die and 1 20-sided die, and we'll go through that real quick. So this is the kickoff. If you get doubles on anything, you check for penalties. We'll explain that. We also have 3 charts. The charts are here. I'm not going to pull them because it's too cumbersome. You have a drive chart. You have a play-by-play chart, and we'll show you them when we first do it, and then we'll put them aside. Then you have the big play chart. You also have a rare event chart. I don't know if I'm going to use the rare event chart because I've rolled a lot of 99s, and I've had a lot of crazy stuff happen. I don't want to do that in my first stream. But this would be your rare event chart. Very similar to Glory Days Boxing. And we also have trick plays and so on. We're not going to do any trick plays for now. We're going to play very basic. Oh, Oakland also has a trait. Some teams have a trait. Oakland, just like in boxing, the boxing game, Oakland's trait, clutch, 1 through 17. I'm not quite sure how to use that yet. I've read the rules a few times. So I guess if you roll 1 through 17 on the last drive, you can use their clutch trait, I think. So we might not use that. I want to touch base with Anthony a little more. Again, this game, I'm going to say, still in beta. It's pretty much done. But I don't know if Anthony's tweaking it anymore. I don't think he is. But again, this is our first look in beta. This is the way the game most likely will look like 99% sure of that. What If Games, how you doing? He says, this is a great game. I haven't played the pros yet, but the college game is magnificent. I've played that on the channel. Slight difference, though. It's going to go more with trench control and the star ratings, and we'll get to that also. So here we go. We're going to roll for kickoff. Again, let's just do this really slow. So we're going to roll for the kickoff. The Jets are a C kickoff, and the freaking dog hair. We'll roll these 2 dice. The black is the kickoff. The yellow is the kick return. So we're going to do it this way. And then we'll roll this. And, of course, we get doubles because why not? So there's a possible penalty on doubles. So first, let's go to the kickoff, and we'll decide if there's a penalty, if it makes sense. Jets are a C kickoff, and it is a 3. So most likely, that is a touchback. And it is. So starting at we'll play with modern rules, I guess. The Oakland Raiders will start at the 25, but there is a penalty. Do I want to really go with the penalty here on a touchback? Again, you play the game the way you want. I'm just thinking logically, maybe we pick up that flag because I hate penalties. But we're going to play it out. So there's doubles. We're going to look at penalties. Now, if there are no doubles, you just ignore these dice here. But there's doubles. So now it's a 13. Now, do we still look? Does it fall in the penalty range? I would think we still have to look to see if it falls in the penalty range. The offensive team is the ball kicking off. So the Jets' penalty range on offense is 1 through 8. Well, that's not a penalty then. And then Oakland, they're the receiving team, which technically, again, would be the deep, they're 1 through. We're going to say no penalty. No penalty. And I don't know if I actually played that right, but to me, it makes sense. And I'm sure Anthony will see this video later and say, no, Al, you did it wrong. But we'll see. No penalty. Now we're going to go to the drive portion. Cutter Historical, how you doing? Hope all is well. So, again, we'll play with modern rules to a point. They have the ball on the 25, even though these are great teams. Now we go to the drive chart. So let me pull the drive chart. And what I did was I printed these on regular paper. Not on, not on cardstock because I'm going to order the game. So this is the drive chart, and we'll explain that in a moment. So these are the results from the drive chart, and I'll hold this and I'll show it. So I'll put this over here. I'm only going to do it the first time or if something weird happens. And again, we're going to try to stay away from the weird stuff. Try to get through the basics. That's how you learn. Bob Z will tell you that. Learn the basics first. Everyone will tell you in a card and dice game, learn the basics and then start adding seasoning to it if you want. Okay. So they're going to start on the 25. Oakland drive offense, you see it here? Drive offense is a 9. Remember that. Oakland's drive offense is a 9. The New York Jets drive defense is a 9, so there is no negative or positive for either. So it's 0. Not, it's 0. So we're going to look at the 0 rating. Had it been, say the Raiders had a 10 drive offense, it would be, you go to the +1 rating and you look across. As Bleacher Bums Gaming has joined us in the chat. So if you have questions, or if I have questions, I'm going to ask our good friend Anthony. Anthony, I have a question. We rolled on the kickoff. Of course, I have to get doubles. I hate penalties. So the way I interpret that was I then looked at the kickoff team is the offensive team, technically, correct? Well, it's a 13, doesn't fall between 1 and 8. No penalty on the Jets. It was a touchback anyway, so I was probably going to pick up the flag. Then Oakland, technically, they're not the defensive team, but they're the receiving team. So I used 18 through 20, no flag. That's the way I interpret that. I don't know if that's correct, or we just go to the penalties here. Uncle Dave Gardner's joined us, but we're going to move on to the drive thing. I don't know if I played that correct, but that's the way. I hate penalties. And of course, like I said, we rolled doubles on the very first freaking one. Okay, so now let's go to the drive. We know that the drive receiving team would be the offensive team, but you played it. Either way, it's not going to be a penalty. Either way. Okay. So that would, all right. I got you. So what it would have been, we kind of did it right, and we'll explain it. So we rolled doubles. Again, back to the kickoff. The receiving team would be the offensive team. And Oakland 1 through 10, no penalty because it's a 13. And then the defending team, Jets 19 through 20, no penalty. All right. So thank you for the clarification, Anthony. Now we're going to roll for drive. So Oakland, we're going to roll these. Normally I roll all the dice at once, but we're not going to do that at the moment. Oakland, to get a drive, needs to roll a 34 through 77. The black die is a 10-sided die. And again, I'm using a yellow, the other color die, because these are the dice that came with the college football game. I didn't have a white die. Is the single. So again, Oakland needs 34 through 77. We'll roll all the dice together. So they get a 39. They're going to get a drive here, 39. You see the 39 falls between 34 and 77, and it says drive, okay? Now, we got that part done. We know it's a drive. These we add together. So they're starting from their 25 because we're playing modern rules, sort of. So now, where does a drive start? 21 through 35, okay? That's where the drive starts. We take the 20-sided die, which is 7, and we go across. 7 plays, 41 yards. So let's take care of that. They go 41 yards, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And they are to the Jet 34. So again, that's the simulation hybrid mode. This is a simulated portion. The drive simulation, we had a 7. They started on the 25, which is between 21 and 35. 7 plays, 41 yards. I'm not keeping stats. I'll just keep who scores a touchdown, maybe. Okay, now, so that's what this told us we had a drive, right? 39. This tells us the 7 on the 20-sider. You can see the drive. Very logical, right? 1 through 20. So you know this is the 20-sider. We went to the 7. We cross-referenced row and column, row 21 through 35, because they started on the 25, and we just come this way. It's 7 plays, 41 yards. But now we take the 2 6-sided die, and I'm pretty sure we add those together. Yes, they're a 9. So this is going to tell us now we move to what is it? What is it? Okay. First thing we want to know is what the Jets defense is. Well, we know the Jets defense is a 9. So now we're going to cross-reference the 9 rule here. Okay. Here, right? Again, I'm going really slow. And then the 9 defense. So now it tells us when we pick up play-by-play mode at the, what I say we're at, the 34, it's going to be 2nd and 5. So 2nd and 5. So we move our handy-dandy markers, 2nd and 5. I think I did that right. Now we're going to put this back over here, and we shall not show you that again unless we really have to. And Bleacher Bums Gaming gives me a correct on that one. Awesome sauce. So, okay. Now we do play-by-play mode. This is where I was messing up because Al likes to go a little too fast when he starts to learn games because I get excited. Okay. So now the Raiders, 2nd and 5. These 2 6-sided die are used for trench control, just like the boxing control, right? You can see the stars. It's a star rating. So we're going to identify the play. The play is identified by the 20-sided die and whether it's a run or pass and who the offensive player is. The black die will tell us the result, and then we use the yellow die on certain things. I'll explain that when we get there. Okay. So trench control, the 6-sided die. Offense is white, defense is red. Always. Red, stop. Defense, right? Defense wants to stop you. Okay. 20-sided die, what the play is. So hypothetically, let's say it's a 7. A 7, we won't do trench control for a second. We'll just do this. A 7 on the 20-sided die. Okay. Well, you have okay. And this is the other thing I mess up at, me personally. So it's 2nd down. So we want to go under the 2nd down column. You have 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd and 6 plus, 3rd 3 to 5, 3rd and short. And those are the corresponding columns you should use when looking at what the play is. This is a single player game. The dice rolls are calling everything. So it's 2nd and 5. So it's 2nd down. So we're going to look at the 2nd down column. Okay. You have a 1st down column, a 2nd down column, and then 3 3rd down columns. If it's 4th and short, I believe you would use the 3rd down and less than 2 or less. Okay. So again, hypothetically, let's just say it's a 7 and it's 2nd and 5. So we're going to go here. And to me, that looks like it's going to be a run to Davis. Okay. And how did we get that, you say? Well, again, we didn't roll yet. We're going to roll the dice. It's a 7. Under 2nd down. 2nd down. 7. Well, 1 through 5 would be Van Egan. 6, 7, 8 is Davis. Pete Banaszak would be 9, 10, 11. And then Garrett, and it's not, I can't remember Garrett's first name, and it's not Mike Garrett, the one who, he would be 12. He would be a 12 on the run. So it's going to be Davis. I think it's Clarence Davis. I'm trying to remember the first names now. So Clarence Davis would get the carry. Let's just say for ha-has, it's 4 and 5. We know it's a run. So a 4, RO is run offense, PO is pass offense. We're looking at the offense, and then we'll look at the Jets defense. RD is run defense. PD is pass defense. Okay, so 4. Run offense for Oakland is 1 star. Very similar to the boxing game. So the Jets on a 5, remember red defense. Red wants to stop you. Stop. Green go, red stop. Except we're using white for that. So red is the defensive role. Run defense on a 5 is a 1 star. So it's a stalemate. You would go to the stalemate chart, so on and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. So now let's really roll and see what happens. And I hope to God we don't get doubles on the 6s. Again, if you get doubles on the 6-sided die, it's a penalty. So let's roll everything. And we're very happy there's no doubles here. It's a 10. It's 2nd and 5. So we have a 10, we have a black 5, and we have a yellow 2. Okay. So 2nd down. We have a 10. A 10 is going to be a run because it's 1 through 12 are runs for the Raiders. And it's a 10. It's going to be Pete Banaszak. Okay, Banaszak. We know it's a run to Banaszak. Now let's look at trench control. The white dies offense. Well, that's a good roll. That's 2 stars. That's a good roll. So 2 stars. At worst, it'll be a stalemate. The Jets on a 6. Well, the Jets get blown off that line. We have to look at their run defense. You see the RD's run defense. Well, they actually don't get blown off the line. I was looking at pass by accident. But it's a 1 star. Well, 2 stars beat 1 star. Good job by that big offensive line on steroids by the Raiders. Now, we're going to show you. And then we have the 5. And we won't. It's not going to be a big play, so we don't have to look at the yellow or white die it would be. So now we're going to go play-by-play chart. And the Raiders have won the line of scrimmage with the trench control roll. Banaszak has a rating. Okay, let's take a look at that. Banaszak has a rating. I don't know why I have this white thing here. Let's get rid of that. You see there's a rating, a letter rating. So Pete Banaszak is an L. So now we're going to go to the play-by-play chart. It's a run by Banaszak. Use your imagination however you want the run would be. We're going to say counter. And this is the play-by-play chart. Again, I printed it on regular paper because I'm going to buy the game. I didn't want to print it on cardstock. But I put it in these sleeves, so it's a little slippery. So you see you have a run chart, pass charts, and you have a stalemate or defense wins for the run, stalemate or defense wins for the pass. But we know the Oakland Raiders won the trench control. They pop a bit, nice hole. Let's see what Banaszak can do. Now we look at the 5. Oh, let's get the finger out of the way. The black 5, okay? And I don't think we'll need the yellow 2, to be honest with you, on this one. So Banaszak, and again, I'm going slow. I'm trying to show you things, and we'll speed it up just a little bit. I never go fast anyway because I'm learning also. Banaszak's an L. So you go here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. We are learning our ABCs. Next time you will sing with me. I love that. I love that song. I sing that to Wyatt all the time. So we go to the L. Okay. Now we're going to look at the black dies of 5. L, 5. Oh, not a good result for Pete Banaszak at all. Banaszak only picks up 1 yard. So Pete Banaszak picks up a yard. So the Jets recover nicely. I'm going to give credit to their linebackers there. So now it makes it 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. All right, let's put that. We're going to, lost that. Put that there. 3rd and 4. Keep the play chart right here. It's 3rd and 4. I think I did that correctly. Doug Hunt, David Selinsky, JAA. Hope all is well. And let's roll the dice. So it's 3rd and 4. So for Oakland, we're going to be looking on their card here. 3rd down, 3 through 5. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at. And we are so happy there are no doubles. We know they're going to win trench control because a 1 and a 4. That's going to be a run, I think. I think that's going to be a run. We got a 5, and I don't think we'll need the yellow die. That comes into play for certain situations. All right, let's break this down. Let's break this down on our first drive. And again, it should be 9 drives apiece, but I already set it up for 10 drives apiece. And I don't know if I'm going to get through the whole game because I'm explaining stuff and Wyatt's not feeling good. So if we have to do something with Wyatt, we have to do something with Wyatt. He's resting right now. Okay. So let's just look here first. To me, you have to look at the 20-sided die first because you have to know if it's a pass or a run. With a 4 on 3rd and less than 5 or less, that's going to be a run, and it's going to be Clarence Davis. You can see Van Egan would get it 1, 2, 3. Davis gets it 4, 5. Banaszak 6, 7. Garrett would get it on an 8, and then would get it on an 8, 9, I believe. No, just an 8. 9 and above would be pass plays, and you would correspond them with the players here. But this is a 4. It's going to be a run. 3rd and 4, run to Clarence Davis. Now we know it's a 1. So you go to run offense, 2 stars. That's the best result you can get. I've not seen a 3-star. Maybe there is. I've not played every team, but I've not seen 3 stars with the teams I've played. All right, so we know it's a run, 2 stars for Oakland. Now we go to the Jets, 68 Jets card. We want to look at run defense, and it's a 4. Remember, red. Red is the defensive role. Red, think of stop, right? So we rolled a red 4. And again, that's a good job. The Jets had a sound defense against the run. So it's 2 against 2. It's a stalemate. The Raiders on a 3rd and 4 have to pick up 4 yards to continue the drive. So it's a stalemate. This is good. So we know it's a stalemate, and we know it's a 5, and we know it's a 2. I'm trying to keep the dice where you can see them. So let's go to the stalemate chart as I cover the dice, but we'll explain that. So it's a run. It's a stalemate. Davis has an H rating. H rating. On a stalemate, he doesn't pick up extra yards or lose extra yards. It's just neutral at 0. So Davis, again, H rating. So we go to the stalemate, which is down here. See, stalemate or defense wins trench control. Now, what you want to win, if it says it's a fumble, only occurs if the defense wins trench control. So you ignore the fumble, you take the result of, and you can see it's color-coded, red, bad. That's a fumble. So stalemate, Davis is an H. Does he pick up the 4 yards on 3rd and 4? We'll find out. And that's a 5. H. No, he doesn't. He only picks up 2 yards. So we went to the H column and we cross-reference it to the 5 roll, and we had because we had a 5 roll. So you go to that and you cross-reference it. So good job by the Jets. They stuff Davis. Clarence Davis only picks up 2 yards. And it's going to be 4th and 2. At the Jet 31. So our first drive, we could go for it, but let's try to kick a field goal because I miss field goals. You know how I love field goals. All right, because we have Anthony here, and we can ask questions. So now we go to the field goal. Okay. You have to add 17 yards to the field goal. I do believe. I don't think that's incorporated in. Maybe it is, maybe it is. No, it's not. You have to add that. So it's Oakland. All right. So we are from, what did I say? We're from the 31. So that's a 48-yard field goal. They might not even have an opportunity at this. So now it's a 48-yard field goal. Their max is 42 yards. Their max is 42 yards for a field goal. But I think that's what that means. But we do have a 40 through 49, a 0 through 21 chance. Well, I think we're going to keep the offense on the field. So, Anthony, my question is, I see the max here for the Oakland Raiders. It's 4th and 2, by the way. 4th and 2. I think I'm going to keep the offense on the field because I don't like a 21% chance of making a field goal. But does this mean, you see it says max 42? Do we have to be within 42 yards? I think we do. And it still would only be a 21% chance. So we're not in field goal range because, again, 40 through 49, it's 0 through 21. And our max is 42. And we're not in field goal range. So on 4th and 2, offense will stay on the field. So on 4th and 2, so Anthony says in the chat, for every yard above the max, subtract 10 from the range, it would be, yeah, so it's not makeable. Okay, thank you very much, Anthony. So 4th and 2, offense stays on the field for the 76 Raiders. And we will go from the 3rd 2 or less column. I believe that's the way you play this now. 3rd and 2 or less column. So 4th and 2, opening drive. We're going to stay with that. And odds are it is going to be a run. Only a 20 will be a little play action pass to Casper. So that's pretty cool. Anthony is that's ingenious. So again, we're going to go for it on 4th and 2. So let's look at it for the Raiders. Hopefully you can see these cards. There we go. Stay in focus. We're going to use the 3rd and less than 2. You can see the Raiders, they're going to try to pound this ball, okay? 1 through 19 is a run. Well, the 20 will be a pass to Casper. That's the only pass on 3rd and short. I love that. That's pretty cool. All right, here we go. So they really need to win trench control here. We haven't had the defense win yet. We'll keep our play chart here. This is 4th and 2 to end our first drive, possibly. Let's roll all the dice and see what happens. It's a 1. They're going to give it to Mark Van Egan out of Colgate. Thank God there's no doubles. We hate... Oh, 9! That could be a big play. And now this is where this dice comes into play. Oh, boy, Mark Van Egan got pop here. All right, so I know it's a carry for Van Egan. So, on 4th and 2, they're giving it to Mark Van Egan. 4. Oh, boy, run offense. Run offense is only 1 star. Oh, boy, the Jets were prepared for this. Run defense. The red 2 on the 6-sided die is a 2. Defense wins control. Okay, so Bleacher Bums Gaming, our good friend Anthony says, add 1 to the white die, to the white dice roll, as defense is expecting a run, so it is a 5. Okay, so what Anthony is saying, because, and I'm going to mark that down. So that makes sense. That makes sense. And the yellow highlight, add 1, green subtract 1. All right, so green subtract 1, but it's still Mark Van Egan, right? I mean, you can't, 1 minus 1 is 0. So Van Egan gets the carry, I would think. +1 is still 1 star. Defense still wins for the Jets, which, again, they're expecting the run. That makes sense. And, again, there's probably a rule in there for that I probably glossed over. So the Jets win the trench control. They win the line of scrimmage. This becomes different. Okay. So the Jets win trench control. Van Egan. Now we go to the Jets defense, but we're not going to look up here. We're going to look over here. You see where it says run defense on the Jets card. Okay, so now we have a 9. Okay. We have a 9, so the Jets are going to... So 0 through 6, we would go to the M chart under defense. But it's not a 0 through 6. So it would have been... We would have looked at M and then 9 and blah, 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 blah. But it's not. It's not. It is 7 through 9. That's the black die. That's a stuff. Okay? It's a stuff. So the Jets stuff them. They're not making this first down, most likely. The Jets stuff rating, letter rating is a C. Okay, so that's a C. Now we use this die here. We use the yellow chart, yellow die, which again would be a white die. Any other, whichever is not the 10, this would be the black, and whatever other color you use, we look at that one now. All right, we go to the stuff chart. Now, the stuff chart is on the Glory Days big play chart. You can see it right here, stuff chart. The Jets are a C rating on a stuff. We're going to use the yellow die here. I don't know if I'm supposed to subtract anything there, but either way, he's not making it. So it's a 2. And again, you can see it's a 9-sided roll. C. Van Egan is stuffed behind the line, minus a yard. Hello, Michael Conestari. Bleacher Bums Gaming says no, play, straight result. Okay. So that's minus a yard. Jets take over at their 32. So Mark Van Egan is stuffed in the backfield. First drive. Turnover. Downs, we'll say. All right. So no score there. That's a 0. And the Jets take over at their 32. I think we did that pretty correctly. Did we do that correct, Anthony? Again, you had a C stuff rating. You had the yellow 2. Okay. As Anthony says, yes. And Van Egan's stuffed. All right. So because it was 4th down, I want to go back over that. The white die, I probably move these dice, but whatever. The white die, you have to add, because the higher the roll, probably the worse it is. So you have to add 1. Let's go back through this. On 4th down, add 1 to, I'm reading in the chat now from Bleacher Bums Gaming, our good friend Anthony. Add 1 to the white dice roll as the defense is expecting the run. So play. Oh, yes, because it's color-coded. And if it was a 20, if it was a 20, would it be something else? Anyway, so if it was a run, and again, it's probably in the rules that I probably glossed over, because I get excited and I want to play. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, so they hold on downs. We played that fairly cleanly. Now let's play the Jets drive. And I don't think we'll play the whole game online. We're just showing you some. I wanted to play the whole game, but... All right, so now let's move this aside. I think I'll keep the play-by-play right here. And we'll move the drive chart. Again, if you don't... if you buy the PDF, and you don't want to print on cardstock, I suggest if you have these sleeves, these work great. You're a bit not slippery. And then because I have these are top loaders, I just slid them in here. But again, I do plan on buying the printed version. Okay, so the Jets take over on their first drive. Oakland stopped on 4th and 2. Van Egan loses a yard. Now we have to roll for the Jets drive. All right. Jets drive offense is a 9. Oakland's drive defense is an 8. That is a +1 for the Jets. So this is a little different. So we'll show you this. So again, Jets have a 9 offensive drive rating. Oakland has an 8 defensive drive rating. So that's a +1 for the Jets. We're going to use the 1 row, and the Jets will get a drive 32-77. So let's roll. And the Jets are not going to get a drive because that's a 16. So the Jets, the Oakland defense will stop them. So this is something different. So let's show that. So that's a 16. And there's doubles. Oh, God. But doubles on a drive, I ignore because it doesn't make sense. It's all built in, I would think, right? So doubles, well, maybe you don't ignore them. I don't know. We'll ask Anthony. So it's a 16 because we read the black die first. That's a 10. The yellow die is a single. So even with their advantage on their drive offense, it's going to be a punt or kick. Okay. So now we have the 20-sided die is an 11. We go to the punt or kick column. 11, 4 plays, 12 yards. Well, that's going to be a punt. They can't kick a field goal from there. Penalty chance is built into the drive chart. Okay, so we don't roll for penalties, correct, Anthony? Which I didn't think so. So 4 plays, again, so an 11, 4 plays, 12 yards. Let's just back it up 2. It's easier to count, or 1. It'll be 13 yards. 5, 10. 1, 2, 3. All right, so they're going to have to punt. What if they wanted to go for it, Anthony? I mean, they're not going to. What would we do? Just say it's late in the game and they have to go for it. What would we do there? What would we do there out since you're in the chat? Just out of curiosity. So they go 4 plays, 12 yards. I would think it's 4th down, obviously. 12. I'm just trying to think here. Drive defense is an 8. So I would see if I was doing that, like I would say it would be 4th and 1. Because I would look here because they have to punt. I would do the 12, and I don't know if this is accurate because the 12 on the double sixes, and I'd say it's 4th and 1. Okay, so Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Not an option unless it's last drive of the game. And they'll be, okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much. So there's no option. You cannot go for it there. You cannot go for it unless it's the last play of the game and it's within hand, meaning 8 or under. 2-point conversions if you want them. We want 2-point conversions. So if it was the last play of the game, I would look under the Oakland's drive defense, which is an 8 right here. And because it's a 12, I would interpret it as 4th and 1. And I believe Anthony says that's correct. If it was the last, if it's not an option during this portion of the game. All right, so that's going to force a punt. So just like that, their drive's done. They're going to punt. Now let me move the cards because the punt is here. We'll move the cards over here. We'll show you the punt ratings in a second. So now it's a punt. Now the kickoff rating, kickoff charts and return are right on the fielding chart. And I apologize with the slowness I move with this, but my eyes I'm old, and it's tough for me to see when I'm moving a little marker. You also have your punt and punt return here, your penalties here, interception return, fumble return, block kick return. All right, so now the Jets are going to punt. So a good job after Oakland stopped on downs deep in Jet territory. They come back and stop the Jets. So one possession for each team is done. The Jets, we go under. This is the Jet card now. And again, special teams are under the special ratings. So we look at punt. The Jets punt rating is a B. So the Jets are a B. Let's put that there because I will forget. We can use that for that, I guess. Oakland, we'll look under special teams. We don't want to look under punt. We want to look under PR, which is punt return, and their rating is a B. So it's a B and a B. We shall see. So let's roll. And again, so to me, it's 4th and 1. I guess if there's a penalty, they could pick up the first down. 4th and 1, they're punting. Thank God, no penalty. I hate doubles. All right, so we don't need, since there's no doubles, we don't look at this. And it would have been on if it was a penalty, because the Jets are kicking. Again, this is where I get confused. Technically, they're still the offensive team. They're kicking the ball. So the Jets would not have a penalty. Oh, actually, it would be on the Jets. I'm sorry. Because they're kicking, they're technically still the offensive team, if I'm interpreting this correctly. And penalty would have been on them, so it doesn't matter. So there's no penalty. We don't have to look at these dice on a kick or punt. So this is a punt. The black die is the punt. They're a B, and that is a 6. 41 yards on the punt. And we're just going to make it 1, 2. So it's going to be 39 yards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So right here, I think the helmet messed me up. I love my helmets, but they get in the way when trying to stream. All right, now the return. B, 4. 7-yard return on the punt. Probably could have just netted it out. So now we get 7. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here, they're at the 28 on the 7-yard return. So we go to drive 2. Drive 2 for the Raiders. All right, so now we can put this stuff back where I can see it. And it actually is a very small footprint. I mean, I have no problems playing when I'm not. I don't have any problems playing when I'm streaming. I'm just saying I'm trying to show you stuff. So it's a second drive. And again, there's an Excel spreadsheet that can help you with the drives. I just wanted to roll the dice and not worry about punching stuff in. I'm not going to keep stats. I just want to know who scores. I want to enjoy the game. I'm not into stat keeping that much anymore. If I want stat keeping, I let the computer do it. All right, so let's keep the drive here. All right, so they're going to start their drive. Again, we'll just pull that there and make it say, put these next to each other. So they have the ball at their 28 after the Jets punt and a 7-yard return. So now we have to go to the drive chart, and they're starting 21 through 35. We've already showed you the chart. We know that the Raiders drive offense is a 9. The Jets drive defense is a 9. So it's 0. We're going to go to the 0. And now let's roll. Let's roll everything. The Raiders need 34 through 77 for a drive, 78 through 84 big play. Oh, they're not going to get a drive. Thank you, Anthony from Beat Your Bums Gaming, as he has to step away. Again, if you have any questions, you can direct them to Anthony or myself. You can leave them in the comments, and I will send them to Anthony. So that's a 12. And that's bad news. The Jets defense comes up solid. And I'm just going to show you, again, we're just going to show you. I think I'm going to have to move the helmets because I keep hitting them. So we rolled a 12. 0 through 33 is a punt. So they're going to have to punt. They can only go for it on the last drive of the game per the rules of the game. So 33, they're going to have to punt. Let's find out where they're located. And we're going to find that out with a D20, and it's a 20. They started from the 28, so that's 21 through 35, and a 20. They went 3 plays. Oh, it's a punt. My faux pas. I looked at the wrong thing. So you look at the punt and kick chart. I almost messed that up. So they rolled a 20, 3 plays, negative. Oh, let's show you this. All right, so the Jets defense, it's a slobber knocker football game. The Jets defense comes up huge again. So this is quite interesting. So they had to punt. It's a 20. What did they do on their drive? Well, you go to the punt column. It's a 20. 3 plays negative, the 2 dice rolls. That's a negative 6 yards. So back up the bus, Gus. Don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee. Set yourself free. So that's negative 6. So they're going to be at the 22. That's going to be 4th and 16. So they're going to punt the ball. And that ends Oakland's drive. So sometimes you don't even get the play-by-play. That's a punt. Again, no score. Again, my score sheet's not the prettiest thing, but it's effective. So we got 0 there. I'm enjoying the gameplay. That's what I'm enjoying. So they're forced to punt. So it can move quite quickly, the game. All right, so Oakland has to punt. Let's move this over. Oakland's punt is a C. And it's 4th and 16. Let's just mark that because they went negative backwards. So 4th, just in case there's a penalty, 4th and 16. And we'll just do that here. The hybrid in between, we know it's 16, I guess. Oakland is a B punt. The Jets are a B punt return. So a B and a B. We're going to find out in a moment. No doubles. Thank God. No doubles. Ignore this stuff. So the punt by Oakland is a 4. That's a pretty good punt. That's a 56-yard punt. So we'll say 58. We'll back it up 2. It's easier to count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. So at the 21, the Jets now on the return is a 0. It's all right. Awesome. So you see big play. The Jets are going to have a big punt return here because they're a B rating on the punt return. The yellow die was a 0. The black die is the punting team, and whatever other color, which normally would be white, but I have the yellow die, is the punt return team. So you can see the 0 under B. A 0 is always going to be a big play. This play pops. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Let's move this here. We know it's a big play. Now we have to go to the big play chart. The big play chart is right here. So we're going to look for the big play punt return. Big play punt return. Now we've already rolled this. So, oh no, we have to re-roll. I'm sorry. This does not come into play. We'll re-roll one of the 10-sided dies 0 through 9. So we're going to re-roll the yellow die and see what the big play is for the Jets. It's a 0. I don't think that's going to bode well. Big play punt. Now let's see. I think we just, again, their punt rating return is a B. So big play punt return B on a 0. 12 yards. That's not as big as it could be. So an ankle tackle trips up what could have been a touchdown or a bigger play. So they pick up 12 yards. Yeah, let's bring that back. We'll say 13, 5, 10, 1, 2, 3. So the Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 38. So the Jets have it, or actually we have to see. Yeah, it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 38. But now we're going to go in the drive portion of the play. All right, so they're starting at their 38, and we're going to roll to see what happens here. For them to get their drive, again, they have a +1. So again, you always just go back. The Jets have a 9 drive. That's Oakland. The Jets have a 9 drive offense. Oakland has an 8 drive defense. It's a +1. So you go to the 1 column here. They need 32 to 84. And Al, Red Sox fan, rolls a 0-2. So after a good punt return, the Jets will be stymied on a 0-2. Let's see what happens here. That drive's going nowhere. So we have a defensive slobber knocker. 0-2. That's going to be a punt. And we have a 19. 5 plays, 14 yards. One, two. Actually, they're at the 27. So that's 3. And 8. So here. So they get out to their 49. And they're going to have to punt. And again, you can't go for it unless it's the last play of the game. That's the way the game's played. So they're going to have to punt. They have 4 plays. 5 plays, 14 yards. They're forced to punt. And we know they're a B punt. And the Raiders are a B punt return. Here we go. No doubles. Let's ignore this stuff. B punt is a 1. So that's going to be 44 yards. And 2 is a no return. So there's no return. They're tackled immediately. So it's a 44-yard punt, no return. Oh, no, they weren't at the 40. I'm sorry. They're here, though. So that's going to be, what did I say, 44. So make it a 42. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So then they're going to be, I'm going to have to move this helmet. Unfortunately, the helmet's going to have to move. Just put it here. There we go. Of course, that will be in the, let's put it here then. All right. No return. They're tackled immediately. So they're going to have 1st and 10 from their 13 for the Raiders. So those 2 drives went quickly. They're punts. No score for either team so far. We go to the 3rd drive for both teams. Drive portion for Oakland. Now we know Oakland, 9 drive offense. Jets, 9 drive defense. We're going to go to the 0. When you go to the drive chart, we've shown you the drive chart, but we'll show you again. So Oakland needs 34 to 84. That's what they want, 34 to 84. They get an 81. That's going to be huge for the Raiders. On their 3rd drive, Stabler and the Oakland offense is finally going to pop for something. So they get an 81. Well, 78 to 84, we go to the big play chart. All right. So we go big play. Now, I'm not quite sure. This is the first. Okay, so big play. So that's going to be a big play. I think we have to roll. Now we kind of just roll. So that goes to a big play. Let me quickly look. I just saw something because I was curious what would happen if this happened. If you get a big play on the drive portion of the hybrid mode, I saw that. Get a big play. I believe you now just roll to see what the big play is. We'll double check with Anthony. I did see that, though. Okay, here it is. If the result on a drive chart is big play, you would reference the D20 on the 3D column 3 through 5. Okay, so what we do on a big play, if it's in the drive portion, we reference the 3D 3 through 5. Excellent. So we go here. We're just getting the play result. That's a 5. So it's going to be Clarence Davis. Okay, so Clarence Davis, big play. We don't have to do any trench control, anything like that. It's a big play, and it's going to be Clarence Davis. It's a run. Pretty cool. So it's going to be a big play run. Clarence Davis. We'll probably need his rating. He's an H. So we have a big play run. So you see big play rushing chart. Clarence Davis is an H. So we're going to look here. Okay, so now we have to look there. Big play rushing passing. We got that. Roll an appropriate big play on the appropriate big play rushing or passing chart. Reroll the D10 to get the yardage result. Oh, okay. Big play. This, I don't know if we use this chart. I think we do, because there's no other big play chart. Big play. Okay. All right. Like I said, we're all learning together. Rolls a 79 on the 0 roll of the drive chart. Reroll the D10. Look at the big play rushing chart. Roll D10. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so you just look here. All right. So that is, we do just use the big play rushing chart. I didn't know if there was something else we had to do. All right. So Clarence Davis is an H. We rolled an 8 on an H. Oh, that's huge. It's going to be D20s plus 40. So that's a 45-yard run. Wow. So Clarence Davis pops for 45 yards. Now, how that was figured out, we re-rolled this black die. Clarence Davis, again, is an, oh, he's an, H. Okay, the 5 meant Davis got the ball carry. We'll say it was a sweep, turns the corner, cuts back middle. Then it's the 8. So it's an H on an 8. You can see D20 plus 40. Well, I don't know if we're going to re-roll the D20. We won't. It's a 5. That's what we're going to say, because that's what it was, a D5. It doesn't say to reroll. Maybe we're supposed to. I don't know. It's a 45-yard gain. So a big play. Let's back that. Where was it here? So we'll just back it up here. We'll make it a 47-yard gain. I mean, it's still a 45, but it's easier for the count. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So they're down to the 43-yard line of the Jets. And now we're going to go to the play-by-play mode because they've crossed midfield. So a huge play for the Oakland Raiders. Clarence Davis, 45 yards on the run. And it's going to be 1st and 10, obviously, so we don't, right there. And now let's roll. 1st down and 10. We're going to look at the 1st down column here. 20. Oh, boy, that's going to be a pass. Ken Stabler's going to go for broke. Actually, it's not. It's going to be a little pass to Davis. Could go for a big play, though. So after the long run by Davis, he's staying on the field. They're going to go to Davis again. So it's a pass, trench control, offense white, defense red. First time we've had a pass in the game. So again, now you go, because it's a pass, you're going to go to the Raiders pass offense. It's a 6th, 1-star. Jets pass defense, red 2, 2 stars. So the Jets win the day. They get some pressure on Stabler. Now the Jets get pressure on Stabler. So now we go to the down here. You see passing. Okay. I'm sorry, down here. See pass defense. But Stabler lucks out here. Only a 1, a 0, 1, 2. It's complete. So it's going to be complete. It's going to be complete to Davis. So Stabler to Davis. Had it been 3 through 6, it's incomplete. And that's off the black die roll. Had it been a 7, possible completion, but a possible sack. You can see blue, so possible sack. 8, another possible sack, but incomplete. A 9, possible interception and incomplete. But it's a completion. 0, 1, 2. We rolled a 1. But the defense had the call. So now defense 1, trench control. We'll take the yellow die here. That's a 9. Davis as a receiver is a P. And a 9, that's a possible fumble. Davis could fumble this ball. P9, 5 yards. Davis on the dump down because pressure. He picks up 5 yards. So it's going to possibly be 2nd and 5, but a fumble. So that's 3, 4, 5 right here. And you see the reason why it's a possible fumble, it's a 9 roll and it's in red. And the only time there can be a possible fumble is if defense wins trench control. So they did win trench control. Big hit on Davis. So Oakland. Now what you want to know, you go to Oakland's offense. Oakland fumbles the ball 1 through 5. We will re-roll the 20-sided die. That's where this roll comes from. Okay. 1 through 5. Do the Jets force fumbles? Now you look at the Jets defense under fumbles. No, they don't. They're just neutral. 0. So this drive could end on a Davis fumble 1 through 5. It does not. It does not. It is not a fumble. Davis holds on to the football. And that's going to make it 2nd and 5 for the Raiders. From the 39, from the 38. Again, my eyes. When I was young, that didn't bother me. But so it's 2nd and 5. Here go the Raiders, 2nd and 5. On 2nd and 5, we look here on 2nd down. So we're going to look at the 2nd down column. Okay, that's a 9. A 9 will be a run to Pete Banaszak. Again, 1 through 5 would have been Van Egan. 6 through 8, Davis. 9 to 11 is Banaszak. We rolled a 9. So Banaszak, it's a run. We have doubles. 9. Well, that's going to be a penalty on the Raiders. As it falls, the 20-sided die also indicates, because it's doubles, you don't re-roll. It's a penalty on the offense. Let's see what happens here. So a 3 and a 3 will be a stalemate. No, it's not. 2 stars for Oakland on the run offense. Yeah, it is a stalemate. 2 stars on the run defense. Stalemate chart. And we have a 5 on the black. So Banaszak on a stalemate. Minus a yard. Oh, no, there's Banaszak up here. Yep, minus a yard, and he's an L. So he's going to lose a yard. You minus a yard from whatever he picks up. An L, defensive stalemate on a 5. And he is... So Banaszak, 4 yards minus 1. You can see the L and the 4. He picks up 3. So that makes it, and we got to go through the penalty. 3rd and 2. But let's see what the penalty is. So he picks up 3. 1, 2, 3. 3rd and 2. All right, what's the penalty? We have penalty on the offense is right up here. We'll use the yellow die for false start. So it wouldn't even have mattered. False start's 5 yards. Should have looked at that first. Play wouldn't even matter. So let's go back 3 yards and then 5. So it's 8 yards in total because I went 3 up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to make it 2nd down again. And 10 because it was 5. So 2nd and 10 after the penalty. So again, we're going to look at the 2nd down column. Mark Jones says the Browns are on the move. Go Joe Flacco. That's what I say. 2nd down column again, 2nd and 10 after the penalty, false start. We have no penalty here. Thank God. I hate penalties. It's a 12 on 2nd down. Garrett's going to get the carry here. 4, 1 star on the run for the Raiders. 5, so we look at the Jets' run defense. 1 star. It's a stalemate. So a stalemate for Garrett. He actually is a tough runner. He has a +1 on a K. So it's a run on 2nd and 10. K, and we rolled a 1. You can see the 1 there. You see the K here. Okay. So it's 3 yards, but he's a tough runner. He gets a +1, 4 yards for Garrett, and that's going to make 3rd and 6. So he picked up 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're at the 38 of the Jets, but it's now 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6. So now We go to third down, 6+. Third down, 6+. Third and 6. 15. This should be a pass. No penalty. We're very happy about that. You got an 8 here and a 4. 15 on third down and 6. Now, I wonder if this yellow, if it means they're expecting the run. I think that's what that means. And green would, all right, so they're expecting the pass. So third and 6, it's a 15. It's going to be a pass to Cliff Branch. But they're expecting the pass. I think this goes back to, remember I said, can you go for it on 4th and 1? So let's look what Anthony said in the chat. Let's go in the chat. Add 1 to the white die. Okay. So that's going to be a 5 because I think that's what the yellow means. Had it been a run, it would have been the opposite way. You would subtract 1 because they're not expecting it. They would have run like a draw or something. Okay. So it's going to be a 5. That is not good. Well, it's still 1 star. 1 star for the blocking on the trench control, on the pass offense for the Raiders. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Add 1 to the white die roll as the defense is expecting the run, but this would be the pass on the roll of 5, and the roll is 5. Yellow highlighted, add 1 to the green plus. Yes. So that's what the green. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. I understand this now. All right, so 1 trench-controlled pass for the Raiders on the 5. Pass defense for the Jets on a 1. Well, the Jets are going to put some pressure and have good push by their defensive line. It's a 2 against a 1. So now they win the trench control on 3rd and 6, which means you're not going to look here. It's a pass to Branch. We're not going to look here at the moment. We might not even have to go to this. We now, because they won trench control, we're going to look at the pass defense. Well, Stabler on the pass defense completes 0, 1, 2. Well, we rolled an 8. An 8 is a possible sack, but it will be an incomplete pass no matter what. So will they sack will they sack Ken Stabler? Will the Jets sack Ken Stabler? The Jets 1 through 5 on the D20 roll. We'll re-roll that. Get a sack. Now, do they protect their quarterback? Oakland's probably pretty good. No, they don't. I'm sorry. I messed that up. You have to look at Oakland. I made my fault. So 1 through 8, because this is the offense trying to protect their quarterback, he's sacked. Do the Jets increase that? Yes, they do. The Jets, very good at sacking the quarterback in 68. That's a +3. So you take the 1 through 8 plus 3, that's 11. He is sacked. On 3rd and 6, the Jets sack Ken Stabler, the Snake. So that is a sack. I forgot. I don't remember how you find the sack. All right. No, the game's not on sale yet. Oh, Bleacher Bums Gaming. 2 D6s for the sack yards. Awesome sauce. So that's a 5-yard sack then. I guess you could re-roll if you want. We're not going to. It's a 5-yard loss. So that would make it 4th and 11. So that's a 5-yard loss. Man, these little lines are killing me. These little lines are killing me. Well, we'll say from here. I lose track of the little lines. So 4th and 11, they're not in field goal range. They're going to punt. So you had a sack there. The Raiders on their 3rd drive will have to punt. So that's another 0 for the Raiders. Okay. And they're going to punt because they're on the... These little lines are killing me. They're on the 44. You add 1751. It's out of their range. They're going to punt. We know both teams are Bs on punting. So let's just put this here because I'm going to show the chart. We know the Raiders are a B punt. Actually, no, they're a C punt. My faux pas. And the Jets are a B punt return. So let's roll for the punt on 4th and 15. No doubles. We're extremely happy about that. That's a 7. We'll ignore these. C on the punt. Well, that's going to be not bad. 36 yards. They're from the, what did I say they're from? The 44. So that's going to bring them here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37. At the 4. The Jets at the 4. They're a B punt return on a 6. Oh, boy. Fair catch. So the Jets, with the fair catch, they're going to start 1st and 10 at their 4. We go to their drive portion. Now we know the Jets. I think I'm actually playing this. Anthony goes, do you like the grid format of the college? Yes, I do. I do, Anthony. The little lines kill me, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who like. I almost use the college board. But yeah, it's tough for me to see. I mean, when I'm playing offline, I kind of fudge it anyway. Because I'm sitting there going, what is it? But no, this is nice. You don't change it. This is nice. I can cope with it. All right, here we go. We know the Jets are a +1 on drive because Oakland's an 8 on drive defense. Jets are a 9 on drive offense. Jets need, on their 3rd drive, obviously, they need 34 to 84. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they need 32 to 84. Oh, the unbelievable. Jesus. That's a punt. 0-8. We got a defensive slobber knocker here at Shea. So that's a 0-8. They're going to punt. Again, if you're just joining us, I'll show it again. This is hilarious. I roll so horrific on drives. I'm going to have shutouts constantly. So the Jets are a +1 because they have a 9 drive rating. And the Raiders have an 8 drive defense. So that's a +1, right? And we rolled a 0-8. Well, 0 through 31 is a punt. So we're going to go to the punt column here on the D20. The D20 is a 7. 5 plays, 18 yards. Okay, 5 plays, 18 yards, and the Jets will punt. So they're on their 4. That goes to the 22. And it's 4th down. You can't go for it until it's the last drive of the game. The score is 0-0. We have not scored. We've had a turnover on downs for the Raiders, a punt for the Jets, punt, 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 and now another punt. So we're going to have another punt for the Jets. So it's 4th down. They have to punt. I'm not going to go through that whole thing because it's not the last play of the game. So the Jets are going to punt. They've got stymied as we move the whole field. Jets are a B punt team. Raiders are a B punt return team. Let's roll. No penalty. I don't think there's penalties anyway on the punt. I mean, I probably should have figured out where they were because I guess there could have been a penalty, but thank God there's no doubles. We appreciate that. So it's a B on the punt on a 3. That's 45 yards for the punt. Ooh, Nelly, that's going to be a big play on the punt. So the Raiders are going to get a hell of a punt return here. All right, so that's 45 yards on the punt. Make it just 47, easier to count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47. So that's at the 23. I'm sorry, the 33. Now, you see the 0 in the B? That's a big play. So big play punt. We go to the big play chart. Big play punt return. They're a B, so we're going to roll on the B column. And we're going to re-roll one of the 10-sided die. We'll re-roll the yellow die. That's a 3. So big play punt, B3, 21 yards on the return for the Raiders. 21 yards. So they're from the 33. Let's back it up. Make it 24. 5, 10, 15, 20. 46 of the Jets. They're already in Jet territory. So I think we immediately go to play-by-play. Yes, we do. We go play-by-play. So this is the 4th drive now for the Raiders. Scoreless in a defensive slobber knocker. 0-0. As I'm kind of just writing the zeros here, I got to come up with a better scoreboard system. But again, we're just showing the game. It's going slow, learning the game. All right. So 1st and 10, we're going to look at the Raiders' first down column on offense with the D20. So that's an 18. That's going to be a pass, I believe. We have a possible penalty here, and it's an 18. 18. Wow. So the Jets will not have a penalty. There's no penalty because that goes 19 through 20. So we ignore the double for the penalties. So 18 on first down. Casp, they're going to, no, yeah, Branch. They're going to pass to Branch on first down. Stabler trying to get something happening here. It's going to be a pass to Branch. So now we go trench control for the pass, and we have a 2 and a 2. 2 stars. 2 stars, stalemate. 6. So it's a stalemate, which means it's going to be complete because we didn't roll on the defense. That's for the defense. All right, so it's a stalemate pass to Branch. I do believe it's complete. Correct, Anthony? Because we didn't roll on the defense. And Branch on a stalemate's a +10. So I want to make sure I'm doing this right because we would only go. It's a stalemate. So this is pass defense. They didn't win the trench roll. So I think we go directly to the stalemate chart for pass. And Cliff Branch is an I +10. Check the stalemate roll. Okay. Under passing. All right. That makes sense. So for the Raiders, we have to check the stalemate roll. Where is that under the pass defense? So is pass defense and stalemate the same thing? Anthony? Would we look here? Oh, no, that's pass defense. I'm sorry. I have to look. Anthony says, under passing, move up 2 rows. Oh, right here. Okay, right here. Gotcha. Beautiful. See that? I messed up on playing by myself. So since it's a passing stalemate, we go here, all right? 0 through 6 is complete. It's a 6, so we know it's complete. All right? So Stabler completes the pass to Branch. So now we know it's complete. All right, so a stalemate, this is important. A stalemate, for stalemates on offense. Oh, right here. I'm sorry. Right here. I've been messing this up. I have not. I got it now. So no matter what on a pass, we have to come down here to see if it's complete. Well, thank God we didn't have too many. We kind of did. I kind of messed one up. So if the offense has it, we roll here. Stalemate 0 through 5, it's incomplete. We roll to 6, it's incomplete. All right, I got it. I got it. Because we rolled a 6. That's incomplete. That makes it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Whew. Okay, so what have we learned? What have we learned? No matter what, if it's offense and you get the pass, we didn't have too many passes, so I don't think I messed it up too much. I think I messed up one and didn't matter. So it's a pass. We come down here. We check the die roll. If it's a stalemate, no, if it's offense. If it's 0 through 6, then we proceed to see what the yardage is, which I did mess up one of those. If it's a stalemate, we use a stalemate 0 through 5, it's complete. If the defense has it, I was doing that part correctly. If the defense has it, we come over. If it's if it's a pass, you do pass defense. If it's a run defense. All right, got that. I messed that up on one thing. So Anthony, my question is, again, we're going slow. We're learning. We're lucky. We have Anthony in the chat. My question is, had it been offense, right? Then we would use probably the yellow die. I got it. Okay. Yes. Makes sense. I think I messed that up on one pass play. All right. So it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. We now go to the second down column, which is here. $17. That's going to be a pass again. All right, we have a 6 and a 6. All right, I've got this down now. So 17 on second down is going to be a pass to Freddie Biliknikoff. Stabler's going to try to hit Biliknikoff. Trench control on the pass, 2. Defense pass, 2. Stalemate. It's a stalemate. Okay. 6. Incomplete. He needed the 5. Did I do that right? Yes, I think I did that right. And then if he had caught it, we would have used the yellow and went here. All right, so now it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. So another incomplete pass for Stabler and the Raiders. 3rd and long. They're going to be looking pass, so we've got to remember that, the yellow. Seven on 3rd and long. Wow, that's going to be a draw to Garrett. No, I'm sorry, incorrect. That's going to be a pass to Casper, my fault. So had it been a 5, okay. So a run would have been 0, 1, 2 to Van Egan, 3 to Davis, 4 to Banaszak, 5 to Garrett. So then it would be 6 through 9, pass to Casper. So they're going to try to thread the needle on 3rd and 10 to Casper. So now, because they're playing pass, they're expecting, that's what the yellow means. They expect the pass. The Raiders are passing. we have to add 1 to the white die. It's still a good roll because it's a 2. And it's still going to be 2 stars on the pass offense. Jets have 2 stars on the pass defense. It's a stalemate. Ken Stabler. Now we go here. Stalemate. Stabler completes. We're looking at the black die. Stabler completes 0 through 5. It's a 2. He's going to complete it. He's going to complete the pass to the ghost. Casper's going to make the catch. Now the 8. We go to the pass stalemate chart. Pass stalemate 8. Casper is a -1. Okay, so we got to take, he's an H -1. 8. Stalemate. So it's 8 yards minus a yard. 7 yards to Casper. So that's going to make it 4th and 3. 4th and 3. Oh, Bleacher Bums Gaming says, ignore the minus on that. That is only for yardage adjustment in the Excel helper. Oh, so he picks up 8 yards? Only letter grade in pass play. Okay. So he picks up 8 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 2. Oh, so this is only for the Excel helper. Okay. So do we ignore that for the runs too? I thought it was like the college, when college had the adjustment. Okay. So 4th and 2, he picks up 8. I'm going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here. That's easier to do with the pen. 4th and 2. The Raiders are going to go for it on 4th and 2. So 4th and 2. The Raiders, who got stopped on 4th and 2 with Van Egan on their first drive, now on their 4th drive, they're going for it. And we're just going to play the half and end the stream. We're going to play here. We'll play the 5, and we'll give you the halftime score and end it. I think we've really showed off that we've learned a lot, and I got to go back over and write some notes. All right, so Bleacher Bums Gaming says, those adjustment distribution stats in simulated drive realistically, and yeah, I eliminated the stalemate adjustment in the pro game and baked it into the ratings. Okay, so this is really just if we're looking for stats. So my faux pas, my error earlier on, I thought these were adjustments where I was saying, oh, that's plus 10. So just ignore these numbers. These are not adjustments. It's only for if you're trying to get stats, I guess, in the drive simulation. Am I correct with that, Anthony? Because I was thinking of the college game when I saw that. All right, 4th and 2. This is huge. And you can see on 4th and short, or on 4th on whatever, you go to the 3rd down situation. So we're going to go 3rd down. We're going to look under this, the 3D 1 to 2. It's 4th and 2. If it's a run, they're expecting it. It's going to be a run to Van Egan. Oh, boy. So that's a 6. You can't get any worse than a 6. And that's bad. The Jets will win the day at the line of scrimmage with their 4. So the Jets win the day. Van Egan looks like he probably is not going to make this. I think he needs a miracle roll here. So with the Jets winning the day on the run to Mark Van Egan, we go to the run defense. And it's a 9. So 0 through 6, we would have went to the M. 7 through 9, he's stuffed again. They're going to lose yardage. So we go to the stuff chart, and we'll use the yellow die. I'm not going to pick that up. So their stuff rate, is it a stuff rating? Stuff rating is a C. And a 7. So Van Egan's going to get stuffed. 7C. He loses 4 yards. Mark Van Egan is crushed in the backfield as Bleacher Bums Gaming is laughing at me. This is like me rolling for kicks all the time. So he loses 4 yards, and now Al, Red Sox fan, has to move this thing back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, it's a turnover on downs, and we're going to say it's right here. It's at the 43. Jets take over 1st and 10 at their 43. Van Egan is stuffed. Another stuff. Oh, my Lord. We had a stuff. Van Egan is not having a good game. The Jets defend. This is old school blood, sweat, and snot football. Oh, Lord. As Bleacher Rums Gaming says, oh, laughing at the Jets stuffing him again. Not you, my friend. Raiders deserve the stuff. I know. All right, so now we roll. Again, we're gonna do the half. I don't think anyone wants to see. I keep hitting the camera. I apologize. No one wants to see me roll this for 2.5 hours. And plus Wyatt is up now. So we're gonna roll to the half. And I'll change it in the notes. We'll say the first half. But this, I really learned a lot. And this is the way I learn. I can see the mistakes I made because what I was doing, even though I look through the rules and I read them, I play, right? And then so if the offense wins trench control on a pass, you come down here. You look at the black die for the Raiders, 0 through 6, it's complete. If it's complete, you then use, again, it would be the white die, but I have a yellow die. I would use the yellow die and then go to the result chart here, okay? Like what happened. If it's a stalemate, it would be Stabler and the Raiders complete 0 through 5. Okay? If it's incomplete, it's incomplete, so on and so forth. And then I was doing the run defense and pass defense correctly. I was just assuming, which again, I thought I wasn't doing right. And I confirmed I wasn't doing it right. I'm like, wow, every time you roll this, they complete it because I was missing this whole point here. So we are learning. This is awesome. And we're very lucky to have Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming here. All right, the Jets will roll. So the Jets, we know they're a +1 on drive rating. And again, if we roll a 99, we're not going to do it. We'll just say we'll roll for an interception. That's the special event charts. I must have, in my 4 games I've played offline, really about 5 games I've played offline. The 99s, I kept getting these horrific things. I'm like, oh my God, I got to adjust these ratings and all this stuff, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. But when I'm streaming and I'm trying to learn, it just confuses me. So if we roll a 90, well, we got Anthony here. If we roll a 99, we'll go for it. All right, here we go. They're a +1 for the Jets drive offense because they're 9 for the drive offense. Raiders are an 8 on a drive defense. Holy cow, are we going to get a drive? 42. Finally, the Jets will get a drive. So on a 42, the Jets get a drive. 32 through 77, they have a drive. Now, the next thing you do, this tells you if they have the drive, they do. Now we look at the 20-sided die. They were starting from the 40, what did I say, 3? So from the 43, because they're on their side of their field, we look at 36 through 50, and the D20 is a 3. And it says 3 plays, 25 plus. 3 plays, 25 plus. So do we add a dice in there, Anthony? Because it says 25 plus. So we know they picked up 25 yards. Oh, automatic 1st and 10. Gotcha. Thank you. So a plus means automatic 1st and 10, 25 yards. So 23. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're at the Raider 32, 1st and 10. So the plus means 1st and 10. Let's take a look at that because it's the first time we've seen that, as I foobarred that playing offline. So what we had here was they started between the 36 and the 50. We rolled a D3, and you see the 31, the 3 plays, 25 yards. So it's the plus means a 1st and 10. I kind of now remember that from the college game. Now that Anthony said that. So 1st and 10 from the 33. I'm sorry, from the 32? From the 32. From the 32, 1st and 10. So we have 1st and 10. They're going to go on the drive for the Jets. Let's see if someone can score here. It's a slobber knocker. It's the way Al Red Sox fan rolls. 15 on 1st down. I think that might be a pass for the Jets. Well, that 0 is going to bode well. No matter what, that 0 is going to bode well. Okay, so 15, is that a pass? Yes. Namath is looking for George Sauer. Okay, now let's look. So the offense is the white die. 6 is bad. Oh, so the Raiders are going to get a push here, but that 0 is going to bail them out. So 2, Raiders get a big push. Namath looks like he's going to evade the pressure. So the defense, actually, because the defense wins. I'm sorry. The defense wins the trench control. We go to defense passing, and the 0 is still good. It's complete. That 0 is a magic number. You want to roll that 0 right there. So again, on defense, they get the pressure on Namath. He throws as he's hit. He's going to hit Sauer 0 through 3. So he's going to hit Sauer. And now we're going to use the 7 and look at the result. I do believe I played that properly. So Sauer is an F. We're going to ignore this number rating because that is more for statistical adjustments, if I understood that correct. All right, so Sauer is an F. This game is wicked fun. Sauer is an, especially when I learn to play properly. So pass, defense. Now what we have to remember, it's complete. I think it's only the run, though, that has the M or whatever. I just want to look at something. J. Okay, yeah. So we just look at the completion then under the pass, defense, passing. So it's complete because that 0 is a magic number. So passing, but we don't want to hear because the offense didn't win trench control. It's all spelled out. It's just Al Red Sox fan has difficulty learning at times. Stalemate or defense. Defense has control, and it's a 7, yellow 7, which would be a white, different color die. Sauer, F, 7. That's a gain of 13 yards. 1st down. Namath to Sauer. He stands in the pocket, takes a big hit. 1st and 10 for the Jets. So that's 13 yards. Oh, God. Now the little lines. Makes it 11. To the 19. Oh, the Jets are knocking on the door. 1st and 10 at the Raider 19. Jets trying to score here in their 4th drive. So 1st and 10, we're going to look at the 1st down column. And re-roll this. That's a 5. Okay. So it's a 10 on 1st down. I think that's going to be a run. It will be a run to Matt Snell. No, I'm sorry, Emerson Boozer. Okay. Now who wins trench control there? On 1st and 10. 2. Well, that's going to be good for the Jets. That's going to be 2 stars. 6. Run off. Oh, the Jets could pop this one. Where is it? Run defense. I'm sorry. No. So the 6 on the Raiders run defense, nothing against 2 stars. So that means we're going to go directly to this chart here because we don't have to go down here. That's going to be a 5 to Matt Snell. Again, we're going to ignore. They won the thing anyway. He's an H rating. So what is, I've been looking at the wrong ratings, I think. So what does BCR mean? I've been looking at these by accident instead of these. Well, sometimes I think I have made that mistake here with the stalemate. So so is this, Anthony, just for statistical purposes here, the BCR? Is that for statistical purposes right here? So Matt Snell is an H, and we rolled a 5. Jets hoping to blow a big hole here. 5. 7 yards for Matt Snell. Okay, so again, I think I made a few mistakes, but not too many. The BCR, Anthony explains, is for Excel. The letter distribution carries from the simulation or quick play made. The rating is for play-by-play. All right, so thank you very much for the confirmation. So 7 yards for Snell. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Oh, God. 1, 2, you know what? Right here. So there. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. 2nd and 3. They are at the 12, it looks like. 2nd and 3 for the Jets. 5. 19 is going to be a pass. 2nd down. 19 is going to be a pass to Pete Lamons. 5 on the pass offense. 1 star. 6 on the Raiders. Pass defense. So the Jets win the day at the line of scrimmage. They gave Namath a lot of time. Now we have to go to offense passing for the Jets. And unfortunately, that's a 5. And you can see 0 through 4. That's incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and 3. So that's incomplete. That's incomplete. So 3rd and 3. We're going to end it after the 4th one here because Wyatt's up and I have to go help. So this is it. Again, this is sort of like a tutorial. I don't really do tutorials. It's learning as we go. And you can play much faster than me, believe me. Okay, here we go. 3rd and 3. As that pass was incomplete by Namath. So there's no penalties. Yay. It's an 8, 3rd and 3. So that would be this column here. So pretty much anything here. You can do anything on 3rd and 3. It's an 8. It's going to be Billy Joe. I believe his first name was Billy. It's going to be Billy Joe. We're going to say it's a draw or a trap. It's a trap on 3rd and 3 to Billy Joe. 2 is a good roll for trench control for the Jets. That's 2 stars. 3, run defense. Not good for the Raiders. Billy Joe might pick this up. He is a H. So Billy Joe is an H, and it's a 7. Offense, when offense wins trench control, H. 7. 1st down, 4 yards. Billy Joe gets over the Tallahatchie Bridge. 1st down, 4 yards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Inside the 10 at the 8. So 1st and goal from the 8. Jets, this is it. This is going to be it. 1st and goal for the New York Jets. Possible penalty. 5. That's a penalty on the offense. Let's look at the penalty first. Because last time it was false start. The play shouldn't have went. Okay. So 5. And a 5. False start. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 13. So roll for the penalty after the play? Okay. I was just thinking because it's a 5 and a 5, it's a false start. So to me, there's no play, but okay. So we'll roll for the penalty after the play. So it's a 5. So that's going to be first and goal. Going to be a run to Matt Snell. 4 and a 4. Stalemate on the run. So we go to the stalemate chart. That's a 5. Matt Snell is an H on the 5. 2 yards. But we have a penalty. And we'll just use the yellow die. Why not? That's a 9. The penalty would be, for suspend. Now, do I re-roll the 20-sided die, or do I just say it's a penalty on the offense? Anthony. Okay, re-roll the 20. That makes sense then. Possible penalty. 10. Woo! No penalty. Yes. Did I do that right? Oh, I like that much better. I like that much better. No penalty. It's going to be second and goal from the 6. I like that much better. I hate penalties. All right, second and goal from the 6. Did I do that right, Anthony, before I move on? This is the last drive here. Just waiting for confirmation. Yep, okay, awesome. I like that, Anthony. I like that much better than my way. All right, so second and goal from the 6. Second down. 2 is going to be a run. I know that already. Thank God there's no penalty, but now we actually know how to do the penalties properly. And a 0, that's a magic number. 0 is usually a magic number here, folks. So the 2 is going to be a handoff to Snell again on second and goal from the 6. A 6 is a bad roll for the Jets on run offense. No stars. That's horrific. Against 2 stars. So I already know the Raiders win. The Raiders win trench control. So when the defense wins trench control, you go to the defensive team, which in this case is the Raiders. Run defense. Okay. Well, the 0 is good. 0 through 6. Now we go to the J column under defense and stalemate. Now this could have a fumble possibility. So now we're going to use the 1. We're going to use the yellow 1. And Matt Snell is an H. Stalemate. 1. Matt Snell busts through, stomping as Raiders try to tackle him. He stomps right through them, and we're going to say touchdown. The Jets score. The Jets score. Yep, defensive rating J. I think I did that right. Defensive rating J. It was a 1. I used the yellow die roll. Stalemate run, trench control. Or defense. It was a 1. Oh, I looked at the J. You're right. I'm sorry. Son of a gun. I did. I looked at the H. I got excited. So J, you are right, Anthony. 1 yard. No touchdown. That sucks. 1 yard. So it picks up 1 yard. It's at the 5. Third and goal from the 5. Third and goal from the 5. Here we go. It was more fun with the touchdown, though, wasn't it? No, yeah, I did. So what happened was, even though I said J, I got excited. And I looked, I was like, ooh, H. But no, I did say J, but I looked at the wrong column. Here we go. Third and goal from the 5. That's going to be... Was that third and goal already? I think it was. So it's 4th down, actually. Because I remember going, oh, they can do anything here. No, I think it is 3rd. I don't know. I need a yard marker thing or a down marker. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Anyway, 3rd and goal. It is 3rd. Thank you, Anthony. So, son of a gun, we rolled doubles because, God, I love doubles. And it is a 7. It's going to be a run to Mathis. What the hell was his first name? I don't remember Matt. I remember his last. I can see him. He was a white guy. That I know. I know that. I don't remember what his first name was. So 3rd and goal from the 5. Mathis. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be Billy Joe. It's going to be Billy Joe. Not Mathis, because Mathis would be 5 and 6. Billy Joe would be 7 and 8. We rolled a 7. It's Billy Joe. Bill Mathis. Thank you. Oh, it's Bill for Bill Joe. Yeah. So Billy Joe. Okay. It's going to be Billy Joe. Trench control 5 and 5. Stalemate. That's a stalemate on the run. And because there's no yellow, it doesn't adjust it. Yellow, you adjust down 1. Green, you adjust up 1. 5 on the stalemate. So then we would just go to the stalemate, and Billy Joe is an H. Come on, punch it in, Billy. Punch it in, Billy. H. 5, 2 yards. So 4th down, 3 yards. They're on the 3-yard line. This is to end the half, or close to, well, end our little stream. Let's see if we can actually put some points on the board, or will Al continue to roll horrifically when it comes to offense. So this is a 20-yard field goal attempt. My God, we better make this. So this is going to be Jim Turner's the kicker. $20-yard field goal attempt. So 0 through 29, 87% chance of making this field goal. Oh, so Bill Mathis and Billy Joe. All right, thank you. So we have an 87% chance of making this field goal. I'm going to roll this, then I'll roll to see if there's a penalty. You got to be kidding me. What does that say, folks? What does that say? 0 through 87. 0 through 87. What does that say? It's an 88. All right. So an 88, I think, is just a miss because that's what I do. Yep. Now let's see if there's a penalty. No penalty. There's no penalty. We rolled doubles. So 4 drives, no scores. We rolled that, no penalty. Because this would be the penalties, right? The doubles here, right? Wow, I rolled an 88. That's incredible. I tell you, no matter what game I play, the kickers suck. 87% chance, a chip shot. I rolled an 88. Clanked the right upright. You are correct, Anthony. So this is a very fun game. We're going to do it again on the channel. We'll play it a little quicker now that I understand, because I made a lot of mistakes playing offline. Now things make sense. And again, when I play a game, this is every game, I have the rules. I read through it pretty quickly, check out things, go through the examples, then I want to play. And that's how I learn. And I've learned a lot of stuff. So I'd like to thank Anthony for being here. And that's a missed field goal. And we'll just go, ah! As the pen, even the pen is running out of ink. All right. So that's it. And again, very fun game coming out soon. Glory Days football, not the college football game, professional football, great teams league. I'll go through the great teams real quick. You have the 76 Raiders, 68 Jets, 1949 Eagles, 1950 Browns, 58 Colts, 60 Eagles, 62 Packers, 63 Bears, 64 Browns with Jim Brown, 69 Chiefs, 69. So you can play the Super Bowl here. 69 Vikings, 72 undefeated Dolphins, 75 Steelers, 77 Cowboys, 78 Steelers. If you're a Bengals fan, yes, there's even a Bengals team. 81 Bengals. We'd like not to mention this team. 85 Bears, 84 49ers, 86 Giants, 1990 Bills, 1999, I'm going to say it, Washington Redskins, the 92 Cowboys, the 1994 49ers, the 1996 Green Bay Packers, the 1998 Denver Broncos. So you can play the Broncos against the 77 Cowboys, try to look for revenge there. Obviously not the same Super Bowl teams, but the 99 St. Louis Rams, the 2000 Baltimore Colts, which was a tremendously stout defense, the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the undefeated New England Patriots of 2007 until it came to the Super Bowl, the 2009 New Orleans Saints, the 2013 Seattle Seahawks, and the 2016 New England Patriots. If I could have one team that's not here, it'd be the 1976 New England Patriots. That would be my team. So there you have, there's all the great teams. As Mark Jones says, the 94 49ers, greatest team of all time. Bears Den 007, always mention the 85 Bears and Super Bowl shuffle. All right, so we didn't get the game in, but you know what? This is, I didn't think we'd get the game in. That's why I said we were going slow. We learned a lot, and that's what this was about. I think when I do stream this, I might do my 4-play drive challenge. And even with that, we didn't even score because we missed a field goal. How did we miss a field goal? I rolled an 88. I rolled an 88. We needed 0 through 87, and I rolled an 88. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you to Anthony, our good friend, Bleacher Bums Gaming, who's the creator of this game, along with Glory Days Boxing and Glory Days College Football. This game will soon you'll be able to purchase at sidelinestrategies.com, along with Glory Days Boxing and Glory Days College Football. He was in the chat. He explained a lot of things. This was really fun. Had a fun time with the chat. I'd like to thank Bears Den 007, Mark Jones, and all the other folks who were in here. Behorst. As he said, we need the ghost to the post. We couldn't get any offense with my rolls. I'm not going to the craps tables tonight, that's for sure. Continue to scroll up. Michael Conestari, thank you. Doug Hunt, David Selinsky, JAA, Dave Gardner, Sports Time Machine, Cutter Historical, Bob Z, Ron McGrath, Arnold Hunter, and T. Sunken Doubles Hole 7. All right. That was fun. That was fun. So again, I think when I stream this online, the way I'm going to do it, because when I play offline, I actually like to play play-by-play mode. I take a long time to play. But you can also do quick play mode, which I've actually never tried. I mean, so you could technically play the first half in quick play mode. You could play the second half in hybrid, maybe to the fourth quarter, hybrid mode. Again, when I do it, I just say this is the amount of drives for the first half and then drives for the second half. Actuality, I messed it up because the team I was playing was 10-10, so I did 5-5. This actually should have been 9-9, so 4-5. But a lot of fun. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the stream, smack that like button. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Subscribe, share, and like them as well as me. Become a member of the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community. Very easy. You just subscribe to our channels and have fun. Come back where everybody knows your name. Yes, I ripped that off, but I don't care. So until next we meet, I greatly appreciate your time. God bless and Peace. Maybe someday I'll make a field goal in a freaking game. 87%, folks, and I rolled an 88.